guys, evening. Welcome to Come You Red Football Podcast. How is everyone this evening?
Yeah, not bad, thank you. You?
All good, thank you. All good. Ross, are you there?
Doing very well.
Well, I'm going to start with you, Ross, because first time you've really been on. You was on last week for about 5 minutes and you had to go work commitments. Let's get straight into it. Millwall v Charlton. What's going to happen? Why is it going to happen? And you're going to get the 3 points.
I can't see, given Charlton's recent run of form, I'll be honest with you, and given ours, I just feel like, although both sides have got stuff to play for, you're obviously battling relegation, which we wouldn't know about, would we? But we're obviously going for the playoffs, and apart from the Coventry result, which I don't personally think we did that bad in, I think we knew we was going to probably lose that. But like,
credit Millwall though, mate. I thought you'd turned up and you played well, you know.
100%. I can't fault the performance. I can't fault the performance.
At the end of the day, mate, if your team's going to Coventry, obviously we know Coventry are top of the league and flying. If you're going to their ground and putting on a performance like that, then fair play Millwall, you know. Credit where it's due. Jack, what's your thoughts on the Millwall-Charlton game this Saturday, the dreaded Millwall London derby? What's going to happen? Why is it going to happen? And most importantly, we're going to get the 3 points.
I'm feeling positive. I've gone back and forth, and I've gone through 360 now, so I'm feeling positive because the noise coming out of the interviews, Jones, like we were talking about earlier, saying he's up for it and we need to give something the fans raw for because they've been with us through all the bad times this season. It sounds like he's geeing them all up to getting a big performance and get the big names in. So I'm kind of a little bit pumped up again after Derby, which was so depressing, like the performance-wise, but we'll probably come on to that. But yeah, I'm going to say probably 2-0 win.
2-0, confident. To be fair, Jack, listen, I can see where you're coming from after a current run of form. Shocking, absolute shambles of a performance against Derby. Nothing about us. But the other aspect, I'm looking at it, as you said, Nathan Jones has come out earlier and said, look, he's up for it. The players are up for it. The fans are definitely going to be up for it. And what way better to go to the Den, finally have a good performance, and most importantly, beat them since 1996 and get the 3 points.
Yeah. It's going to happen, I think. Yeah. I've just got it in my mind now.
Yes.
It's going to be a positive game. And as long as we don't come out of the block slow like we have a thing of doing at the moment, it's the first half that kills us off. The second half, we're always on point, but it's the first half that always kill us off.
Yeah,
so I'm hoping we just kind of...
second half team this season, you know, and I said to you before, you can't be like that in the Championship because it's ruthless. You don't take your chances, you get punished, you know?
Yeah, that's the problem, and I ain't really been a fan of his starting lineups. Like what we finished the game like, I'm happy with, but the starting lineups don't really impress me every time, and the performances kind of show for that. So I'm kind of hoping he turns a page and has something up his sleeve for it, because we can't afford to go in at half time 2-0 down at like a playoffs Millwall.
No, exactly that. Vix, I'm going to come on to you. So Jack's just picked up there, obviously talking about Nathan Jones' team selection of late. What do you think of it and why? You should change it, mix it up, change personnel tactics, and can you see Jones doing that Saturday away at Millwall?
I mean, I'm a massive fan of Nathan Jones, as you will know. You know, and like Jack said, you know, our current run of form and Jones' style of play hasn't been great. Just take a look at Derby. So yeah, I really feel like Nathan Jones needs to change it on Saturday if he wants to get the 3 points against Millwall on Saturday.
Well, it hurts to say their name, doesn't it? It hurts us with a
it does.
And we receive it off them, we get treatment off them, anoraks, train spotters, this, that, and the other. You know,
yeah.
So, but no, you are right. He does need to change it, and hopefully
he does. Yeah.
And then hopefully,
I mean, we've got key players back from injury. Do you know what I mean? So, and he needs to give players like Rob Apter, Fuller. He needs to sort of give those a chance and let them shine, because they're absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I think what it is, Vix, I think touch on it there about Fuller and Apter. As we all know, Charlton fans, Apter ain't been getting a look in. We don't know why.
No.
Because he's a tricky customer. He's one of them players that gets you off the edge of your seat, and he will cause defenders problems. And if he did start away at Millwall Saturday, I do believe he's one of them front-running players that would cause Millwall problems. But Fuller, when he come on against Derby, a few times this season, he's young, he's hungry for it, and he wants to come on and change the game and make an impact, And you can see that in his play when he comes on. He's lively. So hopefully he gets the chance,
Yeah, I hope he does as well. Excuse me.
I was going to go on to Calum and Ross. Calum Charlton, Ross Millwall. But they're in and out like the okey cokey. I don't know what's going on in it. I have to apologise, ladies and gents. Ross, I'm just going to pick up. Who's going to cause Charlton most problems Saturday afternoon, do you reckon? And then who's you reckon's going to get your goals if you do obviously score and get the win?
I think there's only one name that pops up for that.
It's a big sir.
It's gonna be Femi, innit?
Yeah. What you reckon?
I think Femi's probably going to cause the most problems.
He's an handful, isn't he?
I think equally you're going to struggle against Kramer. Kramer he's been superb all season, and so has Aziz, obviously. But between them two, I think they're going to cause massive problems against Charlton come Saturday.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinion. But Ross, what I want to ask you, what's the difference between Millwall last season and this season?
Personally, I think it comes down to the management. Comes down to Neil. I think it comes down to his approach and the way that he has come into the club, and the recruitment has been absolutely spot on. Can't fault the recruitment with the signings. People like Casper De Nora's come in and has been superb as well this season. But the recruitment's a massive part, and I think compared to our old game plan of the old hoofball, banging it down the pitch and hoping someone gets onto it, you're seeing us string a lot more passes together.
Yeah, that was like your old Matt Smith days, wasn't it? Pump it up to the big man and hopefully get something flick on and obviously try and nick a goal, but you've changed your approach. And listen, I hate to say it, and it hurts me to say this with a passion, but credit Millwall this season. They're flying high, they're playing good football, and that's all credit to the manager and the recruitment staff.
I think tactically, Neil has got it spot on, and given the amount of injuries we've got, he's done a brilliant job at it.
Yeah, talking of injuries, so who's injured for Millwall and who will be missing against Charlton this Saturday? Obviously, us Charlton fans want to know this,
Oh, that would be giving away secrets now, though, wouldn't it?
The obvious ones, then. The obvious.
The long-termers are going to be people like Massimo Luongo, who, when he did sign the start of the season, looked absolutely brilliant signing him from Ipswich.
Lively player.
Unfortunately, picked up an ACL injury, I believe. So
yeah, they're not good, mate. The old ACLs are not good, and you don't come back.
It's as good as over for a season, pretty much, as you know. When you get, I believe Godden had a similar injury earlier on in the season. Was it Godden?
Yeah, Godden's back. But listen, hopefully he starts this Saturday, and then you will see the real Matty Godden. But listen, I just want to touch on the game, like I've said to you guys earlier in the week. I feel like Charlton are due a good performance. Like Jack said, Vic said, and Calum, and we are due a good performance. We're due a win, and what way to start away at the Den when we have beat you since 1996? That'd be a massive 3 points for us, and that'd do wonders for our fans. So the game wise and the score wise, I was thinking more 1-1, but I've just got this feeling with quality and depth we've got coming back, and Matty Godden potentially starting this Saturday. I think he'll get the winning goal, and I think we'll just nick it 1-0. You Millwall fans will probably think I'm deluded, but everyone's entitled to their opinion.
I would respectfully disagree. I think it's either going to be a ball draw, or it's going to be Millwall might clip it, but there's just nothing.
Ross, the only reason I'm saying that is because the good run of form you're in and the poor run of form we're in. Your good run's got to come to an end soon, and our poor run's got to come to an end soon. And as I said, what way to go? London derby, away at Millwall. You know, it's going to absolutely be fucking hammering down with rain, no doubt. One of them scrappy games, and I think we'll just nick it. Matty
It's
Godden.
going to be a nasty afternoon at the Den, but me personally, there isn't, apart from maybe people like Kane Ramsey, I don't see any real threat in that Charlton side that concerns me as a Millwall fan, given our position right now.
Kane Ramsey a threat?
He's about the only player in that team that I can say is a decent standard. The rest of it, no offence.
He's a right back, mate. He ain't going to be causing your defenders no problems. You want to start whining about Matty Godden?
I don't think we're
and the vision of the finish of the ginger genius, Sonny Carey, travelling and ruining your midfield. See, they're the sort of players you've got to look at, Ron Fuller. You know,
and the likes of Lyndon Dykes by any chance.
Mate, I'm not.
He's playing well.
You know,
he's really well.
Playing well for us.
Can't really comment on him. You know,
he's playing well.
He's got to settle. Like the new signings, they've got to settle. So it's all going to take time. You know, it's a learning curve. It takes time. It ain't going to happen overnight. Caleb, how you doing? You all right?
Yeah, I'm still here.
How you doing? You all right? You looking forward to the game? Millwall Charlton this Saturday.
Yeah.
What's your prediction and why?
It'll be a tough one.
Tough game away at Millwall, yes. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Caleb's connection tonight. I do apologise, people, but yeah. Finn, just bring you in. Let's come away from it. Let's go to the Premier League. Mind just saying that you might be joining us next season. I don't mean disrespect to West Ham fans, because a lot of my family are West Ham fans, and you shouldn't be just bad owners. But listen, what's your thoughts on West Ham this season? What do you think's gone wrong and why?
Well, what's gone wrong is that our board looked at last season and thought in the summer window, nah, we don't need to improve our team. We'll be all right. When all the fans knew that if we didn't improve our team, we'd be where we are. And
yeah,
lo and behold,
quality, I mean, Ginge, you've got the quality there. You've got the depth. Yeah, I mean, as I said, I personally think it's your owners. Obviously, your West Ham fans know it's the owners. But you still need to go out there. You still need to perform. You still got quality and depth in the squad. So surely you must be able to string a few wins together. I mean, let's touch on the Spurs result. Absolute massive for the club. Massive 3 points for West Ham. No one see that coming. Obviously, definitely not you West Ham fans. What was your
no, we were already prepared for the mocking and the piss taking from Spurs fans, to be fair. But you know, in a relegation battle, I mean, I've been through 2 relegations with West Ham. So in relegation battle, it's performances like that can really really save your season. Like the 2011, the Great Escape season, 2007, 2008 was we lost 4-3 to Spurs, but that was the game that changed our season.
Is that when hoping Lanzini scored? Absolute well.
No, that was when Tevez scored. Tevez scored that free kick.
Okay, fair play. What about the just touching on the just brought up Lanzini? Do you remember that game and what a finish?
Yeah.
Was you there that game? I take it.
No, it was COVID, wasn't it?
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, it was COVID, and it's those sort of performances that really that really can elevate your team to about that relegation. So hopefully
it should give you a bit of confidence. You know, it should give the players a bit, you know, up the ante the next few games. I said, massive 3 points. No one sees it coming, so pretty concerned, you know.
But also the owners said there was no money in the summer to invest, and all of a sudden in January he found £50 million from somewhere to spend on 2 strikers.
Listen, so we never know what goes behind the scenes, though, Ginge, do we? You know, obviously.
Oh no, he is a money grabbing little gremlin.
Yeah, I'm glad you kept it PG there, Ginge. That's appreciated, mate.
He owned. I was close.
Yeah, no, that's
he
fine,
owned-
mate. Listen, you can be yourself, but as long as we, let's keep it PG.
Yeah.
That'd be
He
appreciated.
owned a property company, developing company that sold the flats off of Upton Park. So all
Right,
that
okay,
money
yeah.
didn't go to the club; it went into his pocket.
Yeah, it's not right.
I mean, I'm not defending West Ham here, but since the period he took over as owner, how much has he pumped into the club until now, and the success that he's got back and the return that he's had back?
Not
I feel
enough.
like that has a massive part to play in it as well, that all of this money is down the drain, and you've got one Conference League title to show for it to date.
Yeah, but it took a fan walking onto the pitch with a West Ham flag, corner flag, sticking it in the middle of the halfway line like Graham Souness for them to start spending money.
I mean, let's wrap it up there with the West Ham. But what I want to say is about West Ham, they should be where they are. I mean, anyone knows that they're a big club, and yeah, sorry to see the predicament that you're in and the position you are in the league, but hopefully you get out of it. I do believe you will. A lot of people don't think you will. They feel like you're relegated already, but I feel like you just, after that Spurs performance and result and the 3 points, and maybe you had a couple of bodies in the January transfer window, perhaps there's a bit of hope there for the Hammers, But you should be where you are. So
I'm a lot more positive after the Spurs result than I was before.
yeah, no, definitely, Ginge, mate, and I don't blame you. Massive 3 points. Jack, I'm going to come back to you. Do you believe Fuller should start this Saturday? And who else do you think Nathan Jones will bring into the starting 11, and why? Or do you think he's going to play the old same tactic, same team?
Well, if I had it my way, I would 100% start Fuller and have TC as an impact player, because we've seen that time and time again, like Ipswich and the other games where he's come on and he's just caused havoc because he's got that much more energy than everyone else. Fuller, as a technical winger, is good at this level, or even better. Like the twists, the little dummies, the turns, these Championship defenders can't keep up with him. So we definitely need him to start or just be part of the game. But what I actually think he'll do, it will be TC, Leeburn, maybe Linden up front to start with. I can't see Apter being in the squad because he ain't been in the squad for most of the season now, and it's just quite worrying in the whole situation with Apter. And I'm not a massive fan of his. I just think he's the best winger at our club. But I don't know what's gone on behind the scenes, but he's just not getting played. It doesn't matter what he does. Like the last appearance he had, he gave an assist when we needed to go against Borough. And all the Borough fans have been saying how great he was. So that kind of proves what we've all been saying as a fan base. Like, he is our best guy.
Yeah, no, I agree, Jack. And obviously, going back to Apter's situation, obviously the second half against Borough, he come on, he's front-footed, he's twisting and turning into the defenders. Defenders couldn't cope with him. As soon as he come on, he's got down the byline, he's whipped in his cross. And yes, it was an own goal, but if it weren't for that ball coming in right in the box, that goal wouldn't have happened. So yeah, something's definitely going on behind the scenes. Obviously, at the end of the day, all we can say is we can assume, because I can't see why you're signing Apter and not play him. It just don't add up. But I'm just going to go to you, Vix. What's your thoughts on Apter? And do you believe Nathan Jones will change it up Saturday, or do you feel like
no?
The same
I don't. Me personally, I don't think he'll change nothing. There may be. Don't know. I don't think he'll change it.
Yeah,
really. I've got a gut feeling he won't change it, but he could prove us all wrong. He could switch it up completely. Apter's in the squad. Fuller plays. Lieben and TC are on the bench, and then they sort of come on as impact players. But let's be realistic. It ain't gonna happen. So
the thing is, we can wish, we can hope he changes personnel, tactics, formation. We could be all night saying that, but I mean, we all know Jones. As much as we love him, and let's have it right, he's been one of our best managers down at the
Mhm.
Valley. He's
Yeah.
kept us up. We were third from bottom when he was appointed as
Mhm.
manager. I mean, we survived, had some cracking results. I think we drew 4-4 away at Bolton. Not many teams are going to go to Bolton and draw. And then 14 months in, we're promoted to the Championship. And as we
Yeah.
touched on earlier in the week on Monday, that we were sick at one stage. You know,
Yeah.
we didn't start. But yet again, key players get injured, and then we just fell apart. And then I think Nathan Jones said it as well a few times that
Yeah.
we've had some tough runs. You know,
The actor as a player, fantastic. You know, again, touching upon what sort of Jack said, you know, when he come on at Middlesbrough, he was flying, absolutely brilliant. And then he got, was it last season, or he got Player of the Month for like 1 month or something. And then after that, that's it. He got dropped. He got dropped to the bench, and then Derby he wasn't on the bench. He wasn't in the squad. So yeah, I don't know.
yeah, I mean, I feel harsh on
Back
him.
down.
You know, listen, all Charlton fans want to see him in the starting 11. They said he's one of them players that will cause defender problems, and he's one of them players that you need a white Millwall Saturday. But I don't even think he'll be in the squad Saturday as much.
I
as
don't think he will either.
But I hope Nathan Jones changes it, because I do believe if he changes it, we will walk away with 3 points.
I think
If
we will,
don't,
but
I feel like
you
we're
know.
absolutely pumped by Millwall. That's if they don't change it. You know.
I don't think we'll get pumped. You know, and I'm just being realistic. You know, I think it will be like Ross said earlier, scrappy. You know, 1-1 draw maybe, because obviously that, you know,
But
that's
us
all
Charlton
Millwall
fans
can amount
will take
to.
one all, like Millwall, especially with the current form they're in and the run of form
Yeah.
we're in. You know.
Yeah, I'd pick up a point, absolutely. But like I said earlier, it would be even better if we done the 3 points. But it is what it is.
Oh, it'd be absolutely magical. And you imagine the scenes, the absolute limbs away at the Den. You imagine
Yeah.
94th minute, Matty Godden winner. You know,
Mhm.
they'll absolutely erupt the Den, and they can then stop singing "You'll Never Beat Me,"
Yeah.
because that's what's hurting us.
And I
Charlton
think the squad will, you know, want to do.
Guys, I don't know what's going on tonight. There's a bit of technical issues with a few of my guests on the live tonight. At the moment, I can see Vicky's frozen. But yeah, I'm going to move to Jack. Jack,
Yep.
As we discussed Millwall Charlton tonight, and obviously the tactics, formation, personnel, what do you believe that we could bring a white Millwall on Saturday?
Well, going off, we've got a new signing, so we could start someone who they ain't seen in a Charlton shirt before, Championship level. So that brings a bit of unpredictability, which we kind of need, because we've been saying a lot all season that the first halves are too predictable with the lineups and the formations, and that's what we need to do to put them on the back foot, I believe. Be unpredictable. Bring out a team that Millwall are not ready for. That's how you're going to get your 3 points.
And that's the thing, Jack. The Championship is unpredictable, you know? So it'd be nice to go away to the Den and surprise Millwall with a few new players that ain't got experience in this league. And that could go in our favour. But saying that, it could go against us, you know?
Yeah,
it
like I
just
say,
depends how we start the game. I mean, if we start well, then Millwall are in for a game. But if Millwall start on the front foot and they get an early goal, then, yeah, I think it'll be curtains, if I'm honest. Ross, we're going to come to the end shortly. I just want to pick your brain. So, what's the final prediction you're going with? Millwall, Charlton, and you told me Aziz with the winner. Is that right?
I think if all goes to plan, everyone's feeling good, they're in shape, and they're up for it. The fans are obviously going to be behind them as at home game. I am
absolute bouncing
on a very good result, and this would probably be delusion. I would say 2-0, but I think it's going to be either a scrappy 0-0 or a 1-0 win down at the Den come Saturday.
There you go. You've heard it from Ross, the Millwall fan. Listen, I just want to say as well, I know he's Millwall, but he's a good geezer, a massive art, and he's a realistic Millwall fan. So, and he loves that old chant. But welcome back, Vix. I'm glad you've sorted your end out.
Yeah, sorry about that, my internet.
No, you're fine. No worries. It happens. Just want to touch on, obviously, the Millwall Charlton game again. What do you think the result's going to be, and why?
I want to be really positive and go, we're going to win. You know, Matty Godden, last minute winner, 1-0. But I'm going to stay safe and go for a 1-1 draw, I think.
Okay, so you're sticking to obviously what you said earlier. That's fair
Yeah.
enough. I thought you might have changed your mind, but what I want to do is I'll ask Jack and Vix this. So the only reason I'm saying I feel like we're finally going to beat them, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but it's true because of the good run of form they're on and the bad run of form we're on. It has to come to an end. You know, it has to come to an end.
Can I just touch on something quickly?
Yeah, of course you can.
You mentioned a minute ago the unpredictability of the Championship, and just like Jack had said, you need that apparent unpredictability from players. But I think these new signings, especially in that aspect, that unpredictability may go against Charlton. As I know you would have put in recruitment and sent scouts to watch him. I just don't think that some of these players that they have brought in on loan, they're not the sort of players you want to chance in a big game like this, in survival games, where you do need the 3 points and need points on the board regardless. I just feel
Ross, I just want to...
you could sink or swim with it.
Yeah, Ross, I agree with you. I was thinking the same thing. These type of games, you need someone, you need players out there that have tasted the London derby. They know what it's about. You need
players with a bit of
determination. And if you ain't got that, then you're right. It could go against us. But what else could go wrong with Charlton at the minute? I mean, we can't play no worse than we did away against Derby at home. We look like a mediocre Sunday league outfit at the minute.
Ramsey could get sent off again.
Why not throw everything at it and just see what comes of it, you know?
Could I just reply to that?
Millwall could be a massive nail coffin, so to speak. It's going to be a kick in the balls for Charlton, knowing that they're in this relegation scrap. And if Millwall do nick 3 points off them and add into that misery, it's I don't think Charlton fans are going to be best pleased.
Yeah, no, as I said, everyone's entitled to their opinions. Appreciate that, Ross. Jack, come to you. You just want to pick up on that, you said, didn't you?
Yeah, because I get where he's coming from. And in any scenario where there isn't a World Cup round the corner, or someone who's been loaned out for the first time, or someone trying to get into a national squad, there's points to prove with the people we're bringing in. Then any other loanee, like we see with Bree, when the loan kind of runs out, they kind of run out of steam and they go, well, what's the point? I'm going back to my own club. These guys are fighting for it. And we've seen that straight away with Clark and Linden. They're going for it because they got something to prove. So this is why I think it'll be a positive for us to bring the new boys on.
Yeah. I think they'll start regardless. I think, Dykes and Clark, obviously keep Ramsey where he is and then move sort of Clark over. I think be quite good to see them.
On a right-footed player playing at left-back position, that's not a bit of me. But
or move Payne over.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinion. Me personally, if we had the squad, it would be Kaminsky, Ramsey, Jones. I'll have to go. It'll either be Bell or Macca at the back, and obviously Edwards. We ain't got Edwards, so it will be Chambers, I imagine, or it might even be Macca. Jones might surprise us. He might.
I really hope not. I really hope he's not Macca.
And then the midfield is the obvious: the Careys, the Coventrys, the Fullers, and then up top, I would go away at me a wall, Kelman and Godden. I wouldn't play Leeburn. No disrespect to him. Brilliant. He's been okay over the last few games, especially against Chelsea in the FA Cup. But listen, I'd like to see Godden and Kelman up top. I really think they could make a difference this season. But most importantly, we keep our players injury-free, get a few bodies in this transfer window, and you never know. We could really kick on. But as I said, this season's about survival, and I do believe we've got enough quality in depth to stay in the league. So what's your thoughts on us staying in the division, Jack? And then I'll go straight to you after Vix.
Really positive, to be honest. If you look at the table now, I know people say, it's over if we lose at Millwall. It really isn't. Like, we have got a buffer, and although some clubs have got games in hand, they're not going to win them with the
We're
clubs they're
5
facing.
points clear off safe, didn't we? I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm quietly confident. The only way I could see us getting relegated is, as you said, key players all get injured again for the rest of the season. That's the only way I can see
That's what's
a Nathan
ruined our
Jones squad
season
do
so
it.
far. You know, that's what's ruined us from being sixth.
And we
in
still
the league.
managed to scrape through with good wins and good draws, even with a run-down skeleton crew, you know? So I think we're safe.
Yeah. And I think what us Charlton fans keep forgetting, we're a new team promoted in the Championship. And as Nathan Jones keeps pointing out, and it's true what he says in a way, that last season we were playing Northampton and teams like that. You know, there's levels in this league, you know, and I know it's only one up, but there's levels in this league, and we're playing strong opposition with big budgets, good quality, good depth. So maybe Charlton fans and other fans, because we started so well, perhaps we've overachieved, and now we've just come down to reality, you know. But as I said, what way to re-kick our season away at Millwall and get the 3 points, you know? Ross, you there?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. Sorry,
I was just about to say,
loading the old internet. I don't know who's here.
The issue I think Charlton have had is failure to prepare for, like you said, it's only a league above, but the difference in quality, the physicality of the league, every single aspect of it. I just feel like when it comes to the transfers, you saw a lot of Luton players transferring to Charlton as Luton had just gone down. You're buying players that had failed to make it at the mark in the Championship. And recruitment wasn't there, in my opinion, for Charlton at the start of the season.
Yeah, I mean, Ross, you say that about the Luton. Obviously, we had Luke Berry last season in League One, obviously a Luton connection. And we absolutely love Beza. Obviously, he had a bit of an injury and we didn't see him for a while. But he played a big part in our League One season. A few players did that were Luton connections. But that don't mean it's going to work in the Championship. As we know, it hasn't so far. Kaminsky, Charlton fans are a bit hot and cold about him. You can see why he's a good shot stopper. But some of the goals he lets in and concedes, you can see why Charlton fans are on his back. He should be making, well, the ones that we feel like he should be saving, if that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, the recruitment has to be bang on. You're right there, Ross. Yeah, I mean, you're just speaking from experience. And the thing is, you need players that have played at this level, know what it's about to survive in this league. So the recruitment, I do believe we need at least another 3 bodies in the window.
I feel like I just want to touch up on what Ross said about like the Luton and stuff like that. Like obviously Matty Godden, you know, come from Luton, Luke Berry, Burks come from Luton, Amani Bell, you know, and I think though, because they have played in the Championship, they have that Championship experience that they can sort of, I wouldn't say like pass over to the young ends, but they can get that sort of advice and do you know what I mean? And guidance and yeah, basically. So yeah.
And
Like
that's something like Bell's been quality. I know he's out injured now.
Yeah.
It's a massive miss. Obviously, the list is endless. We can talk all night talking about players that have really stepped up with Charlton and obviously are out injured, and we can't wait to have them players back. But it's about now and what we do in the recruitment stage and who we bring in. Welcome Chambers to the Valley, a young quality player that's at Liverpool Academy. I believe he's played for his international at all levels. So the pedigree's there, as Nathan Jones touched on earlier. So you just never know what this Chambers is about and what Chambers we're going to get. But most importantly, we all know what this game means this weekend. Millwall v Charlton, an old school London derby. We just got to finally beat them. Surely this is our year. But I just want to touch on before we go. Going back to the Charlton Millwall scenario at the Valley, I think we was absolute dominant in the first fixture. Until Ramsey had that moment of madness. But I do believe Ben Gore-Williams obviously got the equaliser, made it 1-1 in the 86th minute, I believe. But
Yeah.
I looked back at that earlier and I thought we could have done more. The defenders, it was basic defending. Close your man down, get on the 18-yard box, block that shot, and then after Kaminsky makes that save, that rebound don't go in and we walk away with the 3 points. So we all blame Ramsey, but we all got to take a look at ourselves in the mirror and go, hang on, we could have done more to stop Bengal Williams, Ross?
Reece Bengal Williams.
Yeah, so stopping him from putting the ball in the top corner. But listen, we all learn it's all ifs and buts, but I don't think it's all Ramsey's fault. I just wanted to touch on that.
No, it's not. I don't. I was fortunate enough to be at the game back in, wasn't it September? No, yeah, was it September
time? Yeah.
And it was absolutely brilliant. I thought we done really well considering, even though Ramsey did get sent off. He was absolutely brilliant. He was good at sort of deflections and stuff, but I really felt like since when he went off, I think the team could have sort of rallied round and pulled together, and if we'd done that, I think we would have beat them.
Yeah, no, I agree. It was body line defending from Charlton when it was a solid team before.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everyone putting their body on the line, playing for
but I feel like Millwall. No offense, Ross, but I feel like Millwall saw that sort of. I think their mentality was like, right, Charlton's gone down to like 10 men. Like, this is our chance now to just, go for it. And they did. Yeah, they put the pressure on, and unfortunately we caved. So voila.
No, it is what it is. As I said, hopefully we put it right away at the Den this Saturday. But I just wanted to touch on that topic because it weren't all Ramsey's fault. There was a lot more we could have done to stop Williams from getting that shot away, like I said. Jack, is there anything you want to add about the Millwall Charlton fixture this week before we leave?
It's just I don't know. There's a lot of variables going around. Players coming in, like you touched on recruitment. I'm just like a bit off with recruitment this season, especially this part of it. Like, there's a lot of players now that are realising, because players have come back from the injuries, there's players not making it even onto the bench, like your Tantos and stuff, and they're going to find it hard to get in the starting lineup if you've got your Goddons and you've got your Lindens there now. So I think
Jack,
the recruitment needs to get a little bit better.
I understand where you're coming from that perspective, but it's about competition. You want healthy competition at the club. You want players fighting for their places. Otherwise, some players can get too relaxed. This is what's happened to CC and Leeburn from League One. They've come in the Championship and feel like they're going to play week in, week out. And let's say it right and give Jones credit. He's dropped them a few times. And to me personally, I don't know about other Charlton fans, but they look better when they come off from the bench. They look lively. They look hungry. They want it, And there's a big difference from coming off from that bench and coming into the game. They look totally different players, Yeah,
TC especially. When he dropped TC, I can't remember what game it was when he actually dropped him first. It was only last month or so. And he came back, and when he did come back to come on as a sub, he ended up scoring. And now he's kind of getting a little goal run going now, and he's scored in the last game, and it's giving him a bit of confidence now. So I think it is a good thing dropping players as well. It ain't also a bad thing. But I just think if we're going to spend, like I say, 1.5, 1.6 million on Tanto, and he only plays a handful of games the whole season, and you're looking to sell him, it ain't really good business. Like, we need to.
It's the same with Apter, though, isn't it?
It might have just been down to recovering from injuries. Like, I get that. If he knew Godden was out so long, that's probably why he brought him in. But I just think if you're spending money like that the owners ain't really got, as we know, it needs to be someone who you can rely on all season.
The thing is, Jack, it might not seem a lot of money, 1.5 million. Especially in the Championship, it's probably peanuts. But for a small budget like Charlton, I agree with you. I mean, why go and spend that money if you're not even going to give the geezer? I mean, he's not even in the squad. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but there's no Santo, there's no Apsa, there's a couple of others, And talking of recruitment and stuff like that, Mbic, absolute flying on loan. He's a white Colchester, I believe. Is that right?
Yep.
And Brighton have come in 3.5 million. Yes, it sounds like money for a Championship club, but he's young, he's hungry, he's a future player for us, who's come through the academy. So I'll hold on to him and see where he goes. And he might even break into the Charlton 11 and be a big impact and a big player for us. But I wouldn't sell him, especially at 3.5 million.
No.
I just want to pick up on that. Would you sell Wimbit for 3.5 million? I'll go to you first, Fix.
No. Not for that much, no.
No,
I'd maybe say a bit more because I feel like he is worth a little bit more, but not 3.5. No way.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Vix, and I imagine Charlton fans agree with me. Jack, do you agree with that, or do you feel like you'd sell him?
Honestly, I think I'd sell him.
What,
because
3.5
we
million?
need the money. The interview last night with the owners, and they're all a bit downbeat with the budget side of things. So if it came to us getting 3.8, say we ask a little bit more or something like that, and we can get in a key championship player that will be there the rest of the season, I'd say that's money well spent.
Mm-hmm.
I would push for 5 mil. I really would push for 5 mil, and I do believe you get that.
I would probably go for 4.5, I think, for me.
Yeah,
4.5.
So in the middle here, 4.55s. So listen, we could discuss it, but a lot of Charlton fans are probably, well, a majority, I imagine, would say keep and sell at a high price further down the line. But as I said, this is what this is all about: extreme opinions and just getting feedback and stuff like that. So, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Leave it short and sweet. Listen, I just want to end this. Ross, good luck this Saturday, mate. I'm just hoping
you're going to need it.
I'm just hoping this for a year, mate, and we finally get a revenge on you.
You've got to.
Ginge, appreciate you jumping in. Jack, appreciate you jumping in.
No worries.
Vic, appreciate you jumping in. The guys that are in earlier, I appreciate you jumping in. Ross, I know you're Millwall. I know you're dying to do it. Give us the before we leave. There we go.
That is the most boringest chant ever. It's
my ears are bleeding.
It's mindless.
Guys,
my
have a good
window's
evening.
cracking.
Back on Monday for Come On You Reds football podcast.
Come on, you Lions.
Come on, you Reds.
Go on, your Lions.
Fucking have it. Come on, you Reds.
Let's go.
See some anger. Come on. Right, guys, have a good evening.
Cheers, Dan.
Take care.
See you later.